If you're told from day one, don't let nobody disrespect you, and this is the way you handle it as a man, respect is linked to violence.
Boys are trained to externalize our pain. When something bad has happened to us, we need to do something bad to somebody else. Avenge the humiliation that we've suffered, the shame that we've experienced. To me, that's such a basic and incredibly important part of what is going on in the violence pandemic in our society. Plenty of girls live in a culture where there's easy access to guns. Why don't girls and women do the shootings? The national conversation that happens almost never mentions gender as a factor, when in fact it's the single most important factor. But it's unspoken, and so part of our challenge is to make visible what has been rendered invisible.
I've been forced to endure an existence of loneliness, rejection, and unfulfilled desires. Tomorrow is the day in which I will have my revenge against humanity, against all of you.
One of the things that has provoked so much anger in American society today is this notion of aggrieved entitlement, that men feel entitled to positions of power and all that, but they don't feel like they're getting them as much anymore. That's the injury. Not that I was in power, but that I was entitled to be.
The boys that have committed these crimes, the men who commit crimes of violence every day in the streets of the United States and in the homes of the United States are our sons. They are saying something about us as a culture, but we ignore them at our peril. And I think the first reaction of so many people who are threatened by introspection, by self-awareness and self-criticality, is to push them aside as if they're somehow others, they're somehow aberrational. And again, this idea of mental illness is one way to push them aside. That's why we don't have to think about our culture. We don't have to think what we're teaching our sons. We don't have to think about the role of the media culture in helping to shape certain norms around masculinity. We don't have to think about the mixed messages we're sending to boys and men about violence, which we send all the time. Cultures define manhood in different ways, and there are healthy ways to define manhood, there are unhealthy ways. So the question is, can we do better than we're doing in our society? And the answer is, yes, we can do better.